Today I'd like to tie for you a Roberts Yellow Drake. The hook I have in a vise is a standard dry fly hook. This is a size 8. I'm going to use yellow thread, and this is heavier thread. This I believe is like 6/0. I'm going to attach the thread behind the eye. And we're going to come back halfway and then go forward half of that. And that's where we're going to place our wing post. I'm going to take white deer belly hair, and I have it in my hair stacker. We have it stacked, and we're going to measure the wing. We want the wing to be the length of the hook shank. And I have a real lot here, so you can either cut that off now, or you're going to have to trim twice probably anyway. So I trim that on the back. Measure that wing one more time. We're going to tie that in right there. Hold it tight on top. Give it a few tight turns and then wrap it tightly towards the rear. And then you can go ahead and take your scissors and trim the rest of that off, and trim it off at an angle. Now we're going to wrap the rest of the way back to the tail. Cover that all up. And make some nice tight wraps to the tail area. And we stop right where it would hang at the barb. Now for the tail, I'm going to take 3 pheasant tail centers. And you want the centers, you want pretty stiff ones here. And we're going to tie them in, and we want them to be about the length of the hook shank also. Drakes are pretty big flies, so you have to have a nice tail there to support them. Put a wrap underneath. There we go, and just trying to get that third one to split there. There we go. Put another wrap underneath and hold them up. And I'm going to wrap this in up to the wing post. I'm going to stop there and trim that. I'm going to come up to the wing post, and since I'm here, I'm going to stand up my wing post. I'm going to put several wraps around that post going up. And it's okay if you hold that wing post with every wrap, just to keep your thread from sliding off the top. And I'm going to come back down. I got one off the side there. I'm going to go ahead and trim that. Now I'm going to bring my thread just in front of the wing post. Now I'm going to take regular deer hair, and you don't want the real dark stuff. I moved to the side here, and there was some nice lighter tan deer hair. Have that in another hair stacker. Just get that even. Pull out any short ones or extremely long ones. We're going to tie that in. I'm going to start by holding it underneath when I tie it. What we want is for all this hair to wrap around the hook shank. So I'm going to hold it underneath. I'm going to hold all of that tight. Pull up straight. Give it that twist. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to wrap back. I'm going to make some open spirals. Put a nice heavy wrap right in the back of the wing post. When we reach that tail area, can give it an extra one. Then I'm going to go back in the open spirals, and we're making a crisscross on there. I think I got a hair, a wing post hair there. There we go. Just get that out of the way. And we'll bring that up. And I'm going to go over it a couple of times. And I'm going to stay right on the previous wraps. And then bring that back up. And now when we get to the top, we can go ahead and trim off this excess. Cut that close in there. I'm going to tie down that very end there. Basically making the head right now. I'm going to take a hackle. I have a medium ginger hackle. I'm going to tie this in. I'm going to tie it to the shank first in front. Then I'm going to tie it to the wing post. There we go. And we're going to go up. And we're going to come back down once again. Make sure that wing post is centered in there nice. You could go ahead and put some head cement on that front part. Put a little bit of head cement on there. Got a little bit too much. I'm just going to touch it with my fingers. It's going to soak in. I'm going to take my hackle pliers, put it on there. We're going to wind this medium ginger hackle, and we're going to go down the wing post. The drake, you want this thing floating well, so you could put heavier hackle on there. Now I'm going to tie the wing post off to, I'm going to tie the hackle off to the wing post. I don't drop it too many times. Put a few of them on top of it. There we go. And put a couple of wraps right on underneath it. Now we can go ahead and get rid of that hackle. Now you can tie it off to the wing post, or you could tie it off to the regular place you would tie the head. Going to take my whip finisher. Oop, I cut some hackles there. I got them again. Just going to lift them up. Straighten out those hackles. Get the bottom pretty good this time. And here we have Robert's Yellow Drake. Hope that you learned something from this video. Hope you would subscribe to my channel. Please refer me to your friends. Leave comments, questions, suggestions, and most of all, thank you very much for watching my videos.